Welcome Virgo, this is your June 1st to June 7th forecast. The most influential transit for you this week is going to be the first quarter moon on June 2nd. And that's going to highlight your health and daily routines. So you'll be guided to assess your daily habits and make necessary adjustments to enhance your well-being. And know that small changes are going to lead to significant outcomes. We also have the Six of Pentacles here, so there may be opportunity here for you to provide support to others in some way. So I feel like there's also some soul family here that you can connect with. So for health and wellness, I'm hearing that, like, you know, you're stronger as a community, you're stronger together. So if you've been thinking about, you know, joining a particular group or community that, you know, there's like a challenge or something that you can all do together, then that is absolutely going to be beneficial to you. But this is like connecting with some soul family in a way that can be of support to you. There may also be opportunity for you to influence and inspire others as well. So this is like a give and take type of situation or scenario that we have here for you. We also have the Three of Wands here as well. So I'm being guided to tell you to just remember like who you are and why you came here and how powerful you are. So if you are kind of struggling here in some way, trying to get your health and well-being together and in order, just know that this is an experience that you designed for yourself, and that you are brave enough, you are strong enough to accomplish anything that you desire and to persevere through any challenges that come your way. Okay, and it may not seem like it, but you absolutely are. You wouldn't be here if you didn't have a message to share, you didn't have work to do, you didn't have experiences to be had, you wouldn't be here. Okay, sir, my apologies. So we also have the Princess of Cups here. So give me one more here before I speak to that. Okay, transformation. Okay, so yeah, you're absolutely being guided to transform, to take this journey, to go on this journey. So we have the journey here, and we have you being guided to move on that journey, because the old you, the old environment, the old reality is no longer your reality. It's not serving you anymore. It's not doing anything to help you progress and to advance along your path. So that's why it's going away. And the new path is open. There's anything is possible on this new path. You already know what's on the old path, and it's not for you anymore. So that's why it's going away. So this is this new path opening, this new chapter opening. And this is about you and your new journey here. And it's not really a new journey, because we see that this is you remembering more and more of who you are. But this is like new information coming to you, new insights, new philosophies, new ways of being that are helping you to expand your consciousness here, and you being more connected with who you are authentically. So receiving those downloads, receiving those messages, third eye open. So this is you coming more into yourself. We also have the moon. Yeah, I mean, like, you cannot make this stuff up here. So this is you connecting more deeply with your intuition and going within here. Lovely. All right, so we have romance here. So if that is something that you desire, you're being guided to go within and romance yourself. Be there for yourself. Give yourself that love that you're seeking and desiring from external parties. It's all within. And as you do that, and as you raise your frequency and vibration, you will meet someone. You will connect with someone that's on that frequency and vibration and able to do that, so that you're receiving even more of the love that you deserve, and you know that is for you. Okay, so let's look at some challenges here. So you recognizing your power and trusting and believing in who you are, how strong you are, how powerful you are, how brave you are, how courageous you are, how beautiful you are. These are all these things here. You knowing and trusting and believing in that is going to be your challenge this week. Also, you needing to get in some more self-care time, more self-care practices, doing the things that you love. And this doesn't have to be about you creating something new and you like, oh, well, I wanted to learn Spanish, so, I guess I can try to carve out some time to do that. Well, that doesn't sound too exciting. I mean, if you have that desire and you're excited about it and you're like, yeah, I'm really going to start this week, I'm so excited about this, I want to do this, then yeah, now that sounds exciting. That does sound like something you're going to want to do and commit to. So these should be things that you want to do and desire to do. You may say like, okay, I'm going to try to sit out on the patio or the porch and drink tea 3 times this week. Well, that sounds awesome. That sounds amazing to me. And maybe it's something like that. It doesn't have to be like you forcing, yourself to learn something or to read something. Self-care is what makes you feel good, what makes you feel joy, what makes you feel content, what makes you feel fulfilled. Those are the things that you should be doing. So if there's something that you want to do, that you desire to do, that doesn't make you feel that way, that's not necessarily what we're talking about here. Okay, so just be aware of that. So really only focus on what makes you feel good so that you can relax, so that you can reflect, so that you can be at peace. Okay, so you also have the Hierophant here. Okay, so there may be some traditions, some structures, some organizational structures, some rules, some responsibilities even that are just a little strenuous for you this week. So as it relates to organizations and structures, you may be deciding that is not for you, or that's not your path, or that's not who you are anymore. And you may be shifting away from that because that is coming up here as a challenge for you. So you're going to have to decide who you are. And you have all this magic and power within you. So much of this, like, you already know. And you know the truth of it. Okay? So you're way ahead. You're advanced beyond this. Okay? For others, this is about you aligning more with your that's the purpose here either way. So yeah, I forget what else I was going to say about that, but essentially this is you just deciding that, so it was really about like the organization and structures, but then also just philosophies and beliefs that you may have as well. So yeah, that's where I was going with it. So either way, if it doesn't align, let it go. So we also have Justice here for you. So just some balancing out. So you, as part of this process here, or as part of you deciding like, look, I need things to flow in this way so that I can take care of my mental health, my well-being. You may decide that you need certain things to happen here. And that's really just balancing things out here. And you may also have opportunity that comes up to where you're kind of forced into saying that like, oh hell no, I'm not doing that. Like this is you're going way beyond what I'm willing to deal with here. So that may even come up here. So you may kind of be forced into like creating that balance and like saying what you will do versus what you won't, or saying when like, yeah, you're going overboard here. Okay, so just know that these are all challenges that may come up that you may be presented with here. All right, so what else? So we have the wheel turning in your favor. Keep going. I love that because we're speaking about these challenges, but ultimately we have you staying strong and persevering like the magician, like the emperor, like the empress, like the high priestess or high priest that you are. Okay? So let's look at some underlying fears here. So we have the Princess of Swords here. Okay, so you just needing to be bold and courageous and go for it, and stating, like I said here, I just gave that example of like, look, you might be like, look, okay, you've crossed the line here. You're getting carried away here, so you may need to step into your power and say that. And you may have a fear of like what will be the outcome of you doing that here is what I'm seeing. We also have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you may also fear the outcome of particular decisions here, different options that you have. You may be feeling like, okay, well, I don't really love any of these, but, you know, at this time, based on the frequency that you're vibrating at, that may be what's available to you, because that's what the universe decided, and you're a co-creator with the universe. So ultimately, you have also decided, your higher self decided, that these are the experiences that need to be brought to you to show you the frequency that you're vibrating on. And that's all to show you what you're accepting, what energy you're giving off, what you're doing, and allowing for you to decide in the moment, this is for me or this is not for me. So what adjustments am I going to make? What changes am I going to make? There may also be just a feeling like overwhelming. Yeah, so you may be feeling a little overwhelmed here as well. So with the choices or the options that are coming up or the direction that things are headed, you may be feeling overwhelmed. We also have Judgment here. So we just spoke about the universe showing you and mirroring to you the frequency that you're on, but it's here coming up here as that's exactly what's going to happen here. And you may be afraid of what the universe shows you, but the universe it's you. You do realize that it's you. You are source. You are your higher self, right? You are the universe. So it's only showing you what you already know. You already know this, and it's just, you may be a little afraid of, okay, I know this is what I need to do. I know I need to go in this direction, but I just have a little fear of what that's going to look like and how other people are going to accept that, and, you know, if they're going to get on board with it, all of those things. And what else? We have the Knight of Wands here. Okay, so yeah, you may be feeling like a little lacking in self-confidence, your trust, your self-worth, your self-value. So some of those things may be lacking here, and they may come up as fears, anxiety, doubt, disbelief, discontentment. So those things may all come to the surface, and you will see the mirror is going to shine right back on you. All that energy that you're giving out, it's going to shine right back on you. And I feel like a lot of you don't mean to do that. You just, at this point in time, that's where your energy is. It may just be so much going on that that's really just all that you have to give to the universe at this time, and to reality at this time. So if there are ways through the self-care practices that we talked about that you can start to feel better, and even if it's just getting yourself to like a neutral place where you're not putting out like any negative or positive energy, you're just feeling neutral, you're just kind of flowing through, you're on autopilot here. So even that is better than feeling bad and feeling lack and feeling guilt, shame, not being able to forgive yourself and others. Like even that neutral space is better than all of those feelings. And as you're in that neutral space, then you can start to let a little bit of light in, okay? And you can start to feel better and better and better. So it's understood that it is a process. So no one's saying like, oh, just don't think about that, just think about this. That's not what anyone's saying here. But as your guides are channeling, as messages from your guides is how I needed to say that. You know, they're always going to be positive. They're always going to be unconditionally loving, and they're always going to move you in the direction and guide you in the direction for your highest good. So we know that feeling better and better and better is for your highest good. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think we need to move to our potential outcomes here. So we have the Nine of Wands. Wonderful. You letting go of anything that's not serving you. So that's definitely an opportunity here for you to do that. And know and trust that success is waiting for you. Okay, so that's allowing blessings and abundance to come through. And you are trying things. You are absolutely trying things, and you need to be proud of yourself for that. So definitely take those moments to connect and receive just joy and unconditional love from your higher self and from Source, because they're absolutely proud of you for your bravery, for your courageousness, and for your strength. So just sit in that for a moment. I love that. So we also have the Ten of Pentacles here. Wonderful. So we have success after difficulty. So you're working through these things. You're taking your power back. You're seeing the energy that you're putting out and you're making changes. You're adjusting it. You're allowing yourself to feel better and better and better. And what is the outcome? Success, fulfillment. Okay, so this, I feel like there's a strong message here about the financial reward and blessings that are coming to you, but also about you raising your frequency and vibration here as well. Okay, and this could also be in the form of you just deciding that you're going to put a focus on your health and wellness and really making strides in that area, because I believe we talked earlier about like, yeah, connect with soul family. There may be like a challenge out there, or there may be just individuals that do have the same goals as far as health and wellness are concerned, and you know, you can connect with them and you can all start a challenge together, you know, or hold and keep each other accountable in some way, because if you do that, there's nothing but success here for you. So we have the Hanged Woman here. Okay, so there's definitely some self-care here happening. So I love to see that, because we talked at length about that. And I'm also going to mention that, you know, self-care is like just getting more sleep. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like, oh, you know, well, I did this and this and that. You know, it doesn't have to be that. It could be like you just getting more sleep. Just, you know, getting off of social media. Just getting more water in. Okay, so it can be some very simple things like that. Or it can be you actually like, okay, you know, we talked about maybe learning Spanish earlier. It could be you actually like, okay, downloading that app or purchasing that software to start that process. Okay, so whatever it is for you, whatever you're doing to make yourself feel good, you're being invited to do more and more and more of that. And it's allowing you to replenish your soul, to replenish and refill your cup, so that you're strong enough to handle all the things that come your way. It's just a part of life. And then what else? So we have the Princess of Pentacles here as well. So I feel like this is you like learning and growing and allowing yourself to be open to more blessings and more abundance that comes your way. So you will get to that point where you are opening yourself up to things that come your way, and realizing that this is a journey and it's about the journey, and that there are going to be highs and lows a part of that, because this is something that you have like a renewed interest in. And it, again, we're talking about health and wellness here, so you may kind of feel this desire to kind of start over in a way, kind of reset things in a way. Or this could be anything that you're applying this to here. But know that this is a journey. You're sowing seeds here, and you're putting in the work, you're learning, and you're putting in the inspired effort and action toward your dreams and goals. So you will absolutely have this happiness and fulfillment here. You will reach that state, but it is a part of your inspired action. It is an outcome from your inspired action and the effort and work that you're putting in. And even if you feel like, you know, you may not get to that point, like look at all the things that you're learning along the way. So again, that's why, you know, those proud moments come up. Because this is like you're learning and you're growing, and that's a part of the process. So we have beauty and integrity, and your spirit here shining and showing through who you authentically are. And we have lots of blessings here coming outside of that. We have truth and honesty here as well. So all of those things are going to come into play here as you're deciding your next steps. So we also have friendship. So we have that confirmation here of the soul family coming out. For some of you, like I see like horses or rabbits here may have some spiritual significance to you. So if you do feel that there will be messages for you, you may want to look those up. All right. So we also have you surrounding yourself with positive people. And we talked about the soul family here already, but so we've had the first step starts with, okay, so I'm saying that wrong, but what I'm trying to say here is that your journey starts with a single step here is what I'm trying to say. And also just with this friendship and soul family thing here, although you're being encouraged to connect with others, like you only want to do that with those individuals that you feel have your best interests in mind here. I do feel like I need to say that, because you don't want to bring in and pull in any energy that's not helpful to you. So really pay attention to that and only connect with those individuals that you trust, because this is a time of healing for you. This is a time of you working through challenges. This is a time of you deciding what is best for you and what steps you want to take. So you really only want individuals that are truly, truly, truly in your corner, involved in that process, and, you know, providing you with wisdom and support and knowledge and all of that. So we have the Joan of Arc here with the voice of truth, and you being advised to stand strong and focus on your purpose. And as a part of that, release the fear of you speaking your truth. So that is very important here. Very important message here, because you may have those underlying fears about what things are going to be like in this new chapter as a part of the change and transformation process. So we have you clearly being identified as a powerful leader, a powerful magician, and you're being guided to step into that power and lead. Okay? All right, Virgo, so those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week. Take care.